were to tell you that by the end of One Piece, Usopp's gonna end up leading the giant warrior pirates. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure this has been set up ever since Little Garden. And it may sound like a reach, but let me see if I can break it down and let you understand what it is I'm thinking. So we all know that back on Little Gardens when Usopp first met the giants and he wanted to be brave just like Dorian Bry. Due to a lot of change in circumstances due to Mr. 3, Dorian Bry were on the verge of getting killed, just like the Straw Hat. But thanks to Usopp's planning, him and crew were able to save everybody, including Dorian Bry, making these two eternally loyal to Usopp. And keep in mind, both of these dudes were former leaders of the giant pirates 100 years ago. So becoming cool with these guys gives Usopp a lot of pull in Elbaf. Then once we get to Enislap, we see Oimo and Kashi who are being forced to work because the world government lied and said that they got Dorian Bry locked up. And if you want to free your people, you gotta work for us for 100 years, which shouldn't be a lot because y'all giants can live for a very long time. So the world government tricked these guys into working for them for something that they will never attain even after 100 years are up. But once Usopp pulled up and told these guys that, hey, Dorian Bry are good, the world government, they lying to y'all, so y'all can leave and help us whenever y'all want. Oimo and Kashi got with the program and started helping us out. And then once all was said and done and they left Water 7, they were going back to Elbaf so that they can see everybody else, including Dorian Bry. So now this is the second set of giants that Usopp was able to either help or save their life. Just racking up all that good karma with Elbaf, even though he's never been there yet. Then after breaking the story, Usopp ends up helping another giant, Hadruden, back in Dressrosa, who happens to be the captain of the new giant warrior pirates. And then Usopp saves him and a bunch of other people that were enslaved by Sugar and Dofi in Dressrosa, making all these guys so eternally grateful to him that they call him God. And once Hadruden was free from Dressrosa, he was able to contact his other giant pirates that were with Buggy because they had nothing else to do, and let them know that, hey, I'm back, so head over to Elbaf so we can all regroup. And they left Buggy to go back to Elbaf. So all throughout the series, every time we're introduced to a giant, Usopp is right there to help them get out of whatever predicament that they're in. Whether that be murder attempts, essentially slave labor by the world government, or actual slavery, which Doflamingo was doing. Usopp was always there to be the hero that the giants needed in that exact moment. And between Hadruden and Dorian Bry, who were all three at one point in time in history captains of the giant warrior pirates, Usopp is going to already have a lot of stories spread about himself in Elbaf right now. Like, oh, Dorian Bry's back. Did you hear what happened to them? Yeah, they were almost killed by this weird devil fruit dude, but then this one long-nosed dude showed up and saved us. And then you got Oimo and Kashi that'll be like, oh, long-nosed dude, that's the guy that helped us get away from the world government because they were lying to us about you two. And I'm sure Hadruden would come in the conversation like, hey, y'all talking about God Usopp? Yeah, he freed me from slavery and everybody else back in Dressrosa. There is no doubt in my mind that we're going to get there. There may be a Usopp statue already erected. All these guys got so much respect for Usopp, probably more than even Luffy. But since the Straw Hats are an Emperor crew and Usopp is now one of the 9 commanders, I would not be surprised if a point comes in the final war where Usopp is commanding the giant warrior pirates. Because what he's helped majority of these guys get through, he's one of the bravest people in the entire world to them. They're all giants, they got big problems, yet this little human dude is willing to step up and save us from them. And I would just love for a moment to come in the series where Usopp, he says one final lie maybe before he dies, like, I got 8,000 people, leave me alone. But they're like, this dude's always capping, and they try to kill him, and then 8,000 giants pull up to save Usopp. How fire would that be?